This is News 3 Now at 10.
But first tonight, we have some breaking news. This is on Rose Road, just off Mineral Point Road, next to Garner Park on Madison's west side. A heavy police presence there since a little after 9 p.m. Our crew on the scene says there's also a large crowd of people who have gathered there. So far, Madison Police and Dane County Dispatch have not been able to confirm anything with us. Be sure to stay with News 3 Now and channel3000.com for updates as we learn more. Next at 10, the stress of the pandemic is worsening mental health symptoms and driving more patients to seek help in our area. According to UW Health, they've seen about a 10% patient increase in psychiatry clinics and a more than 50% rise in patients seeking behavioral health services within primary care. With that higher demand, Maddie O'Neill shares the story of Wisconsin Dells woman and how she's hoping to help as well. Maddie?
Well, if you remember, last month, a 10-year-old Baraboo girl died by suicide, and that hit home for a lot of people, including Wisconsin Dells resident Angie Lesko. She's now trying to honor Cody Dutcher in her efforts to help others struggling, something she relates to as well.
Because of everything that I've been through in my life with child abuse, being on my own so young, I know what it's like.
Angie Lesko can put herself in the shoes of those struggling.
He was my best friend my entire life.
From losing her brother to cancer 5 years ago.
My brother's ashes are in my necklace. I wear him every day.
To her ability to work because of a disability. Angie says the pandemic was the final blow in losing her grounding.
Just before noon.
Just a week and a half ago.
I was actually right back out here, and I just started taking handfuls of my medications.
While in the hospital for 3 days, she says it was her late brother who helped bring her back.
He was there. He said, "It's not your time." That's when I woke up to my daughter's face.
Certainly, we've seen a huge increase in overdoses, whether those have been intentional or, accidental.
UW Health Director of Behavioral Sciences, Beth Lonergan, says that's paired with an increase in mental health issues, which may be caused or worsened by pandemic stress.
Is that people are at much higher risk for developing, psychiatric issues, particularly depression, anxiety. The isolation, is a particular issue.
So she stresses finding ways to increase social connection.
I can't emphasize how vitally important that is.
Now that Angie is in a different spot.
Relieved. Relieved. I feel good. I feel hopeful.
She's made a Facebook group for those dealing with mental health issues.
If they need us in between any type of therapy or doctor's appointments, or they need to be led in the right direction, or they just need to talk.
By helping others find their footing.
The only way I know how to help me is by helping others.
Angie says things
wow,
are looking up.
The sun is shining. It's beautiful.
We'll have a link to Angie's Facebook group on our website. Now, Angie says she is so grateful for the first responders and health workers who saved her life. Now, according to UW Health's Director of Behavioral Services, there was an increase in demand for mental health services even before the pandemic, so she just expects this trend to continue.
All right, Maddie, thank you. Just days before federal funding was to run out, President Trump has extended bankrolling of the state's National Guard testing mission, like the site at Alliant Energy Center. The Wisconsin National Guard has helped test tens of thousands of people there, and now federal money will allow that to continue until August 21st.
We're relieved that the president gave the go-ahead to continue with the mission, but we are somewhat concerned that it is only funded at 75%, because wherever those other dollars come from are going to be competing with other needs that we have in the state and in our communities.
And after the 21st, states are expected to pay 25% of the cost. FEMA will take the other 75%. This afternoon, the governor indicated he will be using CARES Act money to pay for that. And today, the governor also said he has no secret plans to ban in-person instruction for all of the state's K-12 schools. Republicans had been worried he was planning a statewide order to force schools to close their doors this fall and offer online classes only. But today, Governor Evers says he has no such plans. He'll be leaving it up to local districts to make their own decisions. A group of students from Lodi are protesting that district's unanimous decision to start classes online only this fall. Today, a protester we spoke with says they believe there is a way to safely go back in person and mentioned other schools in Columbia County that are limiting classrooms to 10 students each, wearing masks, and staying in one classroom the whole day. They also mentioned how poor internet connection and negative home situations factor in. A statement on the Lodi School District's website says the board came to its decision to go back to school online after reviewing 4 different instructional models, then surveying families and staff members as well, and after weighing the pros and cons of each and consulting local health experts. They say they made the difficult decision to start online only for the first term. Health officials confirm almost 800 new coronavirus cases today in Wisconsin. About 17% of the more than 56,000 confirmed cases in the state remain active. DHS officials say in the past 24 hours, 4% of new tests came back positive. It's the lowest that percentage has been in weeks. State of Mississippi, now the latest to implement a new mask mandate. The state on track to become the #1 state for new infections per capita. Governor Tate Reeves announced the measure today, as well as delaying the reopening of most schools. Starting tomorrow, masks will be required for people over the age of 6, with some exceptions in indoor public places and outdoors in situations where social distancing cannot be maintained. The mandate will last 2 weeks. Let's turn things over to meteorologist Dana Fulton now with a look at our first warn forecast. Dana?
Another sunny sky this afternoon. Turned out to be a really comfortable day, and tomorrow kind of the same story, just a few degrees warmer as we look at a nice time lapse of the sun coming up, and then the afternoon with all of that sunshine. Again, a really pleasant Tuesday. If you again like this forecast, we're going to copy and paste it as we run ahead into Wednesday. Now, temperatures hit about 71 this afternoon, 10 degrees below average, but we're going to add on a few more degrees as we head into Wednesday afternoon. Overnight low temperatures will be dropping through the 50s, landing yet again at about 51. We're already just a little bit cooler than where we were at this time last night because it's clearer earlier. Last night we held on to that cloud coverage a little longer. Our temperature trend dips us down to the low 50s overnight. Tomorrow and Thursday we stay below average, but by the end of the week and the weekend, heading into next week, we're back above average, very summery with temperatures in the mid 80s. That's going to come along with some shower and thunderstorm chances, but we'll look at your full 10-day in just a few minutes. Eric?
Dana, thank you. Rapper Kanye West has filed the paperwork here in Wisconsin to be on the ballot in November. He's trying to run for president as an independent. In order to get on the ballot as an independent, candidates must file at least 2,000 signatures of Wisconsin electors on nomination papers, along with a declaration of candidacy form for both the presidential and vice presidential candidates. The Madison Executive Committee voted down a proposal today that would have prohibited the police department from using tear gas, mace, and impact projectiles. Amanda Quintana joins us with the story. Amanda?
Alders voted 5-1 against the proposal this evening. Supporters of the plan say the argument that police need to be provided less lethal options in order to not kill people is making an excuse for police. But people opposed to the measure talked about the risk of removing non-lethal tools as an option and pointed to recent police responses where these tools helped save lives.
What we need responders to do is to de-escalate, and any kind of weapon escalates a situation. Tear gas escalates. We saw that 3 nights in a row downtown.
If you're removing all of the tools that they have access to, and there is a situation that calls for some action, then what are you leaving officers to do?
The committee did not get through all of their agenda items tonight. That's of note because one of those includes a proposal to prohibit the use of just tear gas and request a study of alternatives by the Madison Police Department. The committee moved to discuss that at a special meeting later this month.
Amanda, thank you. New tonight, the U.S. Navy has located the Marine landing craft that sank in hundreds of feet of water off the Southern California coast last week. Now, work is underway to recover the remains of the Marines and sailor who presumably died when it sank. One of those Marines, 19-year-old Private First Class Evan Bath, is from Oak Creek, Wisconsin. 2 enormous explosions shook Beirut today. More than 100 people are dead, more than 3,000 injured, but the death toll has been rising by the hour. Just after 7 p.m. Lebanon time, the explosion rocked the port city, sending shockwaves miles away at sea. The U.S. State Department is warning about toxic gases released in that blast, telling all to stay indoors. The source of the catastrophe, explosive materials seized years ago and stored at the port. According according to the Lebanese government. But what sparked it is yet unknown. Terrorism has not been ruled out. Tonight, the Prime Minister vowed that those responsible will pay the price. Fire crews made quick work this morning of a massive fire. This was St. Paul, Minnesota. The fire started about 4 a.m. at an under-construction building across from the Xcel Energy Center. The site was going to house more than 140 rental units, as well as a 120-room Courtyard by Marriott hotel with a ground-level restaurant space. So far, it's unclear how that fire started. No injuries were reported. Madison Fire Department looking for an artist to create a mural at a station on the city's south side. That mural will be at Fire Station 6. That's in West Badger Road. Firefighters want to partner with an artist to highlight the diversity that exists on Madison's south side. Artists must be based in Madison, and they'll be paid up to $500 through private funds. Still to come tonight, temperatures will be getting back into the 80s later this week. Dana will have her updated forecast, plus the latest on now tropical storm Isaias and the damage left behind. Stay with us.
With the Volkswagen community-driven promise, you can enjoy exciting offers. And at participating dealers, you can shop at our place or yours.
Click, call, or come by your Volkswagen dealer today and get 0% APR financing for 72 months on select 2019 and 2020 models.
At Pick and Save, we give you more ways to save on the fresh you love, like the Pick and Save app. It combines personalized coupons, fuel points, and weekly sales for the best deals. From meat to fruits and veggies to milk to whatever is in that. We've always given you more ways to save, and now those savings are even better than ever. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
U.S. Cellular.
Yeah.
New customer?
What's the deal?
Unlimited data, just $30 a month.
Love that. But what's the deal with the signal? It works everywhere.
I'm like sub-level Z of this parking garage.
And it still works. It's crazy.
Sir, you're going into signal shock, very common with new customers. Just breathe with me, okay? Unlimited data. Strong signal.
Strong signal.
All for $30 a month.
U.S. Cellular.
Choose fair.
Dreaming of custom furniture, but you think high prices, sales pressure, and waiting for months and months? Come to Slumberland and design your way. Quick and easy, with no extra cost. First, pick your piece. Lots of styles, clearly marked. Next, pick your fabric. There's no extra charge here. Then, get it quick. Our orders are made fast. Plus, all custom furniture is on sale. Design your way, only at Slumberland Furniture.
This summer, get back to where you belong, along 60 miles of beautiful wide-open beaches, where family vacations have never been so much fun. With every sunrise and each high tide, the beach is calling you to raise your spirits, make you smile, and bring your family closer together. So stop dreaming and start booking, because we can't wait for you to get here. Visit Myrtle Beach and discover why happiness comes in waves.
Buy a select 2020 Volkswagen today, and for the next 6 years, you won't pay a single cent in interest. 6 years of interest-free payments. Click, call, or come by today.
After a cool couple of days, temperatures are going to start creeping back up. We'll have the latest in your First Warn forecast.
And we'll tell you why the CDC is still urging parents to make sure your kids are up to date on their vaccinations, even during the pandemic.
See you Wednesday morning.
You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
All right, and welcome back. We do have an update to tonight's breaking news. Madison police say 3 people were shot tonight at Garner Park on the west side on Rose Road. Officers say there was a large gathering at the park, likely hundreds of people. Police say there was then a report of a shooting. This was around 9:07, so a little more than an hour ago. They say 3 victims were taken to the hospital with gunshot wounds, but so far their conditions are unknown. Police say they found evidence of the shooting, including several shell casings and a firearm. We will continue to follow this story. Be sure to stay with News 3 Now and channel3000.com for the very latest updates. Investigators say the massive fire in Cherry Valley, California, known as the Apple Fire, has now burned nearly 27,000 acres, just 15% contained now. They say it was started on Friday by a diesel vehicle emitting burning exhaust. Thousands of people are still under mandatory evacuation orders, still unclear when they'll be lifted. Cal Fire says they have a good handle on the fire now, but the low humidity and an upcoming wind event are raising some concerns about spot fires in the days ahead. Well, the remnants of Tropical Storm Isaias continues to wreak havoc in New England after lashing the East Coast. At least 6 people are dead. Dozens more have been injured. Millions without power. Michael George reports from New York.
Isaias first hit North Carolina as a hurricane, sparking floods, fires, and twisters.
It was the longest, scariest 20 minutes I ever been into.
Isaias spawned at least 20 tornadoes as it moved up the East Coast as a tropical storm. Wow. Packing 70-mile-per-hour winds that ripped apart homes in New Jersey.
The structure was, I don't know, we thought it was strong, but the wind was stronger.
At least 2 people, including a 60-year-old Queens, New York man, were crushed to death by falling trees. Another tree destroyed this mail truck, the carrier out delivering mail when it came down.
Here in New York, the city has set up these giant tubes filled with water. They're called Tiger Dams, and they're meant to stop the East River from flooding streets here in Lower Manhattan.
Heavy rains flooded neighborhoods in Pennsylvania and Maryland. Rising water brought traffic to a halt in Delaware as major flooding trapped drivers in their cars.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
Some residents along the East Coast say the scenes were reminiscent of Superstorm Sandy.
We experienced Sandy here, and we were hit pretty bad in this area, but this kind of ranks up there as one of the crazier things to watch.
President Trump says his administration is monitoring the situation closely.
We have the military on guard, but we have FEMA is there in all cases.
The president says utility companies are working around the clock to restore power to millions of homes and businesses left in the dark. Michael George, CBS News, New York.
And at least 3 states are under a federal emergency declaration. Let's go to Dana Fulton for a look at our forecast and an eye on Isaias, which, as I called it a storm, but that is no longer, as of what, about 20 minutes ago?
Just within the last 20 minutes or so. So tropical systems are rated based on their wind speeds. With tornadoes, we're used to going in afterwards, and it's rated on the damage. That's where we get our EF scale. With the Saffir-Simpson scale, how we rate our tropical system, it's winds. So once our winds weaken to a certain point, right now, 45 miles per hour. It's no longer considered a tropical system, but still making it all the way up into the New England area. Again, just within the last 20 minutes or so, weakening to the point that it's considered post-tropical now. The showers and winds still extending up into Canada, and even at a post-tropical level, that's still 45-mile-per-hour winds. 2 named hurricanes already, and we're just starting to get into the start of the uptick for our hurricane season. Usually in early August, things start to pick up. We see the biggest increase in our tropical activity because our sea surface temperatures start to warm up. But this year, our sea surface temperatures were a little warmer a little earlier, so it seems likely that we're going to have a little more active few months. Now, the peak of hurricane season is usually around September 11th, and then things start to decrease after that as our sea surface temperatures cool down. They need that warm water to grow as big as hurricanes do. So we could have a busy few months. We're going to keep an eye on the Atlantic, though, because sometimes those storms swing up through the Gulf and impact the Midwest, and sometimes they lodge up along the East Coast and impact our systems moving around. Right now, we're in a really calm place for the next few days. We're going to keep the pleasant temperatures around. The rain will stay away for the rest of the work week. By the weekend, though, we will have some shower chances building back in, and for the weekend, we will see temperatures in the 80s. Overnight, mostly clear, so we'll fall to the low 50s for overnight lows in Dane County, but areas north of Dane County could see those overnight lows dropping into the 40s again, mid to upper 40s, starting off for Wednesday. Now, in the afternoon, our breeze shifts directions. It starts to come from the southwest, so we're going to see a little bit of a warm up tomorrow afternoon along with the sunshine. That'll help our temperatures climb to the mid 70s, so a little bit warmer than today. For Thursday morning, we start off in the 50s again, and then in the afternoon, a little closer to 80. We'll climb to the upper 70s for our afternoon highs. Very likely, as we look at that 6 to 10 day outlook, that our temperature trend continues above average looking through this weekend and into next week. Our precipitation trend also likely that will be trending above average next week. A few more opportunities for rain will build in. Tomorrow, again, mid to upper 70s for afternoon highs, closer for Beloit, Janesville, Dodgeville could see temperatures closer to 78, but mostly sunny outside, and 76 is pretty pleasant for early August. But if you're hoping for the summer, it's going to really build back in. We're not quite cooled down just yet. Partly sunny skies for Thursday and Friday, in the upper 70s for Thursday, and for Friday, we'll see high temperatures in the low 80s. Saturday, there's going to be a slight chance for showers and thunderstorms to develop late in the day. A better chance at night into early Sunday morning. We'll have a chance for showers and thunderstorms on Sunday. Another opportunity for showers and thunderstorms on Monday, and next week, it does seem likely that our precipitation will be a bit above average. Almost every day having a chance for some rain building in. Also going to see a little bit of an increase in our humidity to help fuel some of those showers passing through. So more summery forecast.
Yeah, we don't want any severe weather, but we kind of need some rain. The lawns are getting a little brown out.
Getting a little crusty. My garden, my tomatoes are taking a lot of hose time right now. It would be nice to have a little help from the sky.
That would. All right, Dana, thank you. Just ahead in sports, Brewers struck first in Game 2 against the White Sox tonight. Why that lead would be short-lived. Zach in next with sports.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
You ever seen damage just disappear? Well, you're in luck. Act now. Mako is offering their best price guarantee. Uh-oh, better get Mako.
The Ford Summer Sales Event is here with great offers on a huge selection, like 0% APR financing for 72 months across the Ford lineup. And get peace of mind with the Ford Promise. It's summer, so grab the family and head out. It's easier now during the Ford Summer Sales Event. Right now, get 0% APR financing for 72 months, plus the peace of mind of the Ford Promise. See your local Ford dealer today.
Your eyes are everything. They're how you see the world and connect with others. At SHOPKO Optical, your eyes are everything to us too, which is why we offer everything to help you see better and look better. A huge selection of designer frames, convenient locations, and experienced optometrists. We're SHOPKO Optical. You'll see. Right now, get 50% off lenses with the purchase of any frames.
Great decision on your new windows. Buy one, get one won't last long.
Have you always been so passionate about windows?
Felco's buy one, get one free windows is totally rad. Felco's energy-efficient windows are a must in every home. So hurry, call now.
You could say that.
Buy one window, get one free, and get no interest for 1 year.
Buy one, get one free, and soon. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Felco.
Get more for your kitchen now at the Brothers Main Big Kitchen Upgrade Sale. You'll love the big savings on all kitchen appliances from Frigidaire and Electrolux with 0% financing for up to 18 months and our risk-free 30-day price satisfaction guarantee. We want you to be 100% satisfied. That's why we're the More Store. The Big Kitchen Upgrade Sale with more selection, more savings, and lots more fun showing off your beautiful new kitchen. Now at the Brothers Main, your local store for more since 1938.
Dear Summer, how do I make the most of you? Do I kick back and relax? Or climb new mountains? I could go and get dirty. Or switch into new lanes. One thing's for sure, it's gonna be great. Can't wait. Toyota.
Right now, you can get 1.9% financing for 60 months on a new 2020 RAV4 or RAV4 Hybrid. Toyota.
You ever seen damage just disappear? Well, you're in luck. Act now. Mako is offering their best price guarantee. Uh-oh, better get Mako.
So far this season, it's been an every other kind of night for the Brewers. If they lose one night, they'll win the next. The crew haven't lost back-to-back games this year, but they haven't won back-to-back games either. Game 2 against the White Sox tonight, and if the pattern stays true, it's a W kind of night. Ben Gamble doing his part. 5th inning, Big Ben with a big swing to right. The 2-run blast puts Milwaukee up 2-0. But Chicago would answer in the 6th with a 2-run blast of their own, and then in the 7th, Jose Abreu drives in a run to give Chicago the lead. Right now, Brewers down to their last out. They trail 3-2. The Bucs don't have much to play for in their 8 seeding games, except for that wrapping up the #1 spot in the East thing. It's completing that task is simple. Win one more game. Probably should happen against the Nets, who were a 19-point underdog. Giannis didn't play much, just 16 minutes, scored 16 points, and got into a little scuffle with Dante Hall. Eric Bledsoe and Pat Connaughton returned to action, and bench mobs DJ Wilson put on a show late, but the Bucks couldn't get the win. They fall 119 to 116. It's their second straight loss and 6th out of their last 8 games. But don't read too much into it. The goal until the playoffs is to stay healthy.
Today was an opportunity for other guys to get minutes. You know, Bled and Pat are back, so it was great. You know, I think it's a huge step for us to get those 2 guys back, you know, continue to get, you know, more healthy and stay healthy. So, you know, I think some games, you know, that's probably more important than anything, is that we stay healthy. I think we'd like to be playing better, executing better.
With Devin Funchess opting out of the season, the Packers' 1-2 punch at receiver is looking exactly like it did last year. A lot of Devontae Adams, and maybe somebody else will step up. That's somebody in 2020, Allen Lazard. The Iowa State product had a breakout year in 2019, and Adams expects big things this time around because he's noticed Lazard is walking around with a lot more confidence.
Really talented player on the field, and he's coming into his own confidence-wise, and I think once you start to have that true confidence, it's not just something that you're saying. You know, once you start to truly believe that, you know, you're a really, really good player, and that's when you start to have Allen Lazard. And really excited to see his, I don't know if you call it year 2 or whatever, this next year jump for him, because, you know, he's a lot more confident.
Minnesota star wideout Rashad Bateman has announced he's opting out of the 2020 college football season and will declare for the NFL draft, citing health and safety during the COVID-19 pandemic. After a breakout sophomore season where he caught 60 passes for 1,219 yards and 11 touchdowns, Bateman has been tabbed a potential first-round pick. And the PGA Championship begins on Thursday in San Francisco. Steve Stricker and company will tee off at 9:49 in the morning our time. They'll start on hole 10. We're back after this.
Pittsburgh Paints and Stains. The perfect paint for when the nursery becomes the bedroom. That becomes his room. That becomes your favorite room in the house. Paint because you want to, not because you have to. For results that stand up to whatever life brings. Trust Pittsburgh Paints and Stains. Exclusively at Menards.
Get 11% off everything, including Pittsburgh Paramount Paint.
For 45 years, Affordable Dentures and Implants has created affordable access to dental care.
And we're proud to have helped millions of people improve their smiles.
Our number one priority is always being the health and the well-being of our patients and staff.
So, we're taking extra precautions to welcome you to a safe and clean environment.
Because we want you to go ahead and smile.
Affordable Dentures and Implants. We can't wait to see you.
The Ford Summer Sales Event is here with great offers on a huge selection, like 0% APR financing for 72 months across the Ford lineup. And get peace of mind with the Ford Promise. It's summer, so grab the family and head out. It's easier now during the Ford Summer Sales Event. Right now, get 0% APR financing for 72 months, plus the peace of mind of the Ford Promise. See your local Ford dealer today.
TSR Concrete Coatings is the nation's largest residential concrete coating company, proudly serving homeowners throughout Wisconsin. Our coatings are 4 times stronger than regular epoxy and won't chip, crack, or peel. They're impact resistant and UV stable. Our unique process begins with a base coat to seal cracks and level the surface, then flakes in the color pattern of your choice. A top coat is applied for a durable finished floor that can be installed in as little as 1 day. Act now to save 15% on your concrete coating project. Ask about 12-month same as cash financing. TSR Nation is growing by the day with satisfied customers throughout Wisconsin, and we want you to be a part of it. As a special bonus, call during this program and receive a free TSR swag pack with your concrete coating project. Call 1-800-886-8411. That's 1-800-886-8411.
Today, you can
turn your home into a university. And you can turn a lasting career into reality. With Herzing University, you can earn a degree in today's hottest fields. Anytime, online. Herzing is recognized, accredited, experienced, and transfer-friendly with more than 90% student satisfaction. For a limited time, we'll waive your enrollment fee. See what your career can turn into with Herzing University.
I'm possible at Herzing.
Call or click today.
Get all the latest back-to-school info from News 3 Now.
Now, before we go, a quick update on tonight's breaking news. Madison police say 3 people were shot at Garner Park on the city's west side on Rose Road. 1 person, we have learned, has been detained. Officers say there was a large gathering at the park, likely hundreds of people, they say. They're telling us this was a celebration of life for a recent homicide victim, Maurice Bowman, who was killed 10 days ago. Police say around 9:07 there was then a report of a shooting. 3 victims taken to the hospital with gunshot wounds, but as of now we don't know their condition. Police say they found several shell casings and a firearm at the scene. We'll continue to follow it closely and be sure to stay with News 3 Now and channel3000.com for updates. And Dana has a final check of the weather.
Mostly sunny skies for tomorrow. Temperatures will be cool yet again. Highs will be in the mid-70s for Thursday and Friday. Partly sunny. Upper 70s on Thursday. Low 80s on Friday. So we're back above average. And the mid-80s for the weekend. That comes with a chance for showers and storms developing late Saturday and a better chance for rain throughout the day on Sunday.
All right, Dana, thank you very much. Thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 10. Hope you have a great Tuesday night. Take care.
Now, a WISC-TV editorial with editorial director Neil Heinan.
While we struggle with understandable differences of opinion on staying safe and deploying resources, basic needs remain a shared concern for all of us. Among the most important are providing for the health and welfare and growth of our children. All of it requires new thinking and new ways of doing things, and the Madison School District has offered an admirable example with its proposal to provide child care for 1,000 and perhaps as many as 2,000 elementary school-age kids this school year. The initiative is a partnership between district staff and area child care providers to help kids and families who need it most. Learning would still take place online, but the kids will have access to iPads and Chromebooks, and the district will provide transportation and meals. As the debate about opening schools and businesses goes on, helping families and caring for kids is paramount. This does both, and we're all for it.